Hello, my name is Muhammad NURFIKRI bin Dzulkarnain, and I will present about communication in international context. I will relate it with the Kuwait country. So, let's go. Communication is the process of transferring meanings from sender to receiver. On the surface, it appears straightforward. However, failure to correctly transfer meanings can result in a large number of problems. We move to verbal communication style. Context is information that surrounds a communication and helps convey the message. It also plays a key role in explaining many communication differences. There are a total 4 of them. Okay, indirect and direct style. First, we have high context culture. Among its characteristics are implicit and indirect messages, voice intonation, timing, and facial expressions give information transmission. Next is low context culture. People often meet just to achieve objectives, tend to be direct and focused in communication. The second verbal style is elaborate and succinct style. Elaborating style is the most popular in high context cultures with moderate degree of uncertainty avoidance. Exacting style focuses on precision and use of right amounts of words to convey message. It is more common in low context, low uncertainty avoidance cultures. Succinct style is more prevalent in high context cultures with significant uncertainty avoidance, in which people say few words and rely on understatements, pauses, and silence to convey meaning. Next, we go to contextual and personal style. Contextual style focuses the speaker and the relationship between parties. It is frequently associated with high power distance, collective and high context cultures. Personal style emphasizes the speaker and the reduction of barriers between parties. It is more prevalent in individualistic, low context and low power distance cultures. For affective and instrumental style. Affective style commonly occurs in collective culture, high context. It is characterized by language that requires the listener to take note of what is said or observe how the message is presented, with meaning frequently being nonverbal. It requires intuitive skills on the part of the recipient to translate the message. Instrumental style is goal-oriented. It more focuses on sender who clearly lets others know what she or he wants others to know. It more commonly found in individualistic and low context cultures. We move to communication flows. It consists of two flows, namely upward communication and downward communication. Downward communication is a transmission of information from manager to subordinate. This channel is for instructions and performance feedback. Upward communication is from subordinates to superior. Its purposes is to provide feedback, ask questions, and obtain assistance. Upward communication is not popular outside ASEAN countries. There are two barriers, which is communication barriers and perceptual barriers. Language barriers is a barrier communication between people who are unable to speak a common language. For cultural barriers, try not to use generalized statements about certain things like benefits, compensation, and holidays. Most of world use metric systems, so include converted words and measures in all communication. Letterhead and paper sizes differ worldwide. Perceptual barriers. Perception is a person's view of reality. For advertising messages, is a countless advertising blunders when words are misinterpreted by others. Others' view on us is maybe different than what we think. We have reached to the nonverbal communication. Nonverbal communication is a transfer of meaning through means such as body language and use of physical space. Chromatics is a colors that are used to communicate a messages. Kinesics is a study of communication through body language and facial expressions such as eye contact and posture. Proxemics is an analysis of how people use physical space to convey messages. Chronomics is the way time is used in a culture. There are two types, which is monochronic time schedule and polychronic time schedule. Managing cross-cultural negotiations. Negotiation is a process of bargaining with one more parties and arrive at solution acceptable to all. There are two types of negotiations. Distributive negotiations is when two parties with opposing goals compete over set value. Integrative negotiations is when two groups integrate interests, create value, and invest in the agreement. So the country that I get is Kuwait. Kuwait is situated in the northern edge of Eastern Arabia at the tip of the Persian Gulf, bordering Iraq to the north and Saudi Arabia to the south. Kuwait has a coastal length of approximately 500 km. Kuwait has a population of 4.67 million people, of which 1.85 million are Kuwaiti citizens, while the remaining 2.8 million are foreign nationals from over 100 countries. Communication style in Kuwait. Verbal communication style. Kuwait use indirect style, which imply or suggest what is meant. You must read in between the lines. Emotional outbursts and raised voice may feel direct, but it may be difficult to discern the real message in the words. They more to high context culture as background information assumed depending on nature of relationship. Social class determines the type of language and approach used to communicate. Non-verbal communication style. Kuwait is more to kinesics. Arabs in general make liberal use of gesture, especially if they are enthusiastic about what they are saying. To greet with respect or sincerity, after shaking hands, place the right hand to the heart or chest. Failure to shake hands when meeting someone or saying goodbye is considered rude. So that is all from me. Thank you very much.